4.3 million years ago, the world was vast, raw, and unforgiving. There were no villages, no fire-lit shelters, no tools carved from stone, only the endless wilderness. Golden grasslands stretched across the earth like an ocean of wind. Towering acacia trees scattered the land, their crooked branches casting thin shadows on the cracked soil. For the creatures that walked this land, life was simple. Eat, move, hide, survive. Among them lived a small group of early human ancestors. They were not the strongest animals in the land. They were not the fastest. They had no claws, no fangs, no thick fur to protect them. Yet somehow they survived because they had something no other animal truly possessed. At the edge of a river valley, beneath a cluster of ancient trees, a small group moved quietly through the tall grass. There were 7 of them, 2 adult male, 3 adult female, and 2 young children. Their bodies were lean and covered in short hair. Their arms were long, their steps cautious. They walked partly upright, but often bent forward as they moved through the grass. Behind him walked a female carrying a small child, clinging tightly to her chest. The child's eyes moved constantly, watching everything, learning. Food was never guaranteed. Some days the group would find sweet berries hidden in bushes. Other days they dug into the soil searching for roots. Occasionally they were lucky. Slowly, the group crept forward through the grass. Each step was silent, each movement careful. Then they saw it. A large antelope lay on the ground near a dry riverbed. Its body was still, its eyes dull. Flies buzzed thickly around it. The tall male studied the area. No movement, no sound. Perhaps the predator that killed it had already eaten its fill. Perhaps the carcass had been abandoned, but the danger was never truly gone. Still, hunger pushed them forward. One of the females used a sharp rock to tear into the soft flesh near the ribs. It was difficult work. Their teeth were not built for tearing thick hide, but persistence mattered more than strength. Piece by piece, they pulled small strips of meat. The tall male suddenly stiffened. His ears twitched. A distant sound echoed across the grassland. A low, eerie laugh. Hyenas. The group froze instantly. Hyenas were not simple scavengers. They were hunters, relentless, patient, and fearless in numbers. The tall male let out a soft warning call. The message was clear. Leave, immediately. The females grabbed the children. They backed away from the carcass quickly, but quietly. Then they moved. Not running. Running attracted attention. Instead, they walked quickly toward the safety of thicker trees. But the hyenas had already caught the scent. The laughing calls grew louder, closer. The group broke into a run. The children clung tightly to their mothers. The tall male stayed behind the group, watching the approaching predators. Hyenas were fast, much faster than them, but the humans had something the hyenas did not: endurance. They could keep moving longer. Still, the distance was closing. One hyena lunged forward. The tall male grabbed a large branch from the ground. With a loud roar, he swung it wildly. The sudden display surprised the hyena. It stepped back briefly. That moment was enough. The group reached the rocky edge of the valley. Large stones scattered the ground. Hyenas were fast runners, but rocks slowed them down. The humans climbed quickly over the uneven terrain. The predators followed, but more cautiously. The chase slowed. Eventually, the hyenas stopped. The prey was no longer easy, and predators rarely wasted energy. With one final frustrated laugh, they turned away. The group had survived again. One of the children stirred during the night. Fear glowed in their wide eyes. The darkness outside the cave was endless. The female gently placed a hand on the child's head. A soft, calming sound escaped her throat. The child slowly relaxed, even without words. Comfort existed. Care existed. Family existed. This bond, this instinct to protect the young, would become one of the most powerful forces in human evolution, because protecting the next generation meant survival beyond a single lifetime. Days later, heavy clouds rolled across the horizon. The wind howled through the grasslands. Storms in this ancient world were violent and unpredictable. Lightning cracked across the sky. Rain began falling in thick sheets. The dry riverbed near the valley quickly filled with rushing water. The group huddled beneath thick trees. The children clung tightly to the adults. Thunder roared across the sky like an angry beast. Yet storms also brought life. After the rain ended, the land changed. Fresh plants grew quickly. Fruit appeared on trees. Animals returned to feed, and where animals gathered. One evening, while searching for food near the edge of the forest, the group encountered something far more dangerous than hyenas. A shadow moved silently between the trees. Golden fur, muscular body, sharp yellow eyes. A massive saber-toothed cat. This predator did not hunt in groups. It did not chase endlessly. It waited, and it killed with precision. The tall male saw it first. He froze. The cat crouched low, preparing to strike. The children were closest. The group had only seconds. With a loud scream, the tall male charged forward forward, waving his arms. The females joined him. They grabbed branches, stones, anything they could throw. They shouted. They made themselves appear larger, louder, more dangerous. The cat hesitated. These creatures were strange, unpredictable, too much noise, too much resistance. The predator decided the risk was not worth it. Slowly, silently, it disappeared back into the forest. The young child who once clung helplessly to their mother now walked confidently beside the group, watching, learning, imitating, picking up sticks. The sun rose again over the vast wilderness. The small group moved slowly across the golden plains, searching, listening, living. Predators still roamed the land. Storms still threatened. Hunger still returned again and again. But the group endured because survival was not about strength alone. It was about cooperation, protection, and the deep instinct to defend those who mattered most.